That's right. We have Chris Yu, and he is basically kind of where the fire got started today, where there is now a command post set up. So, Chris, give us an update there.
Yeah, we're here on Northeastern Avenue near Hefner Road. Behind me, you can see flames continue to burn several homes in this area. Firefighters still putting out hotspots as we speak. We're not aware of any injuries, but you can see several homes are in this area. They're working to contain the flames. The wind is still pretty intense, very poor visibility. So much smoke here, we can taste the soot in our mouths. Again, this is on Northeastern Avenue near Hefner Road. And like you said, Carl, this is kind of near where the fire started. We saw near the intersection of North Kelly Avenue and Hefner Road, that looked to be where the fire originated from, although it's still unclear what caused that fire. But behind me, you can see flames burning beyond those homes over there. We're not aware of any injuries, but a lot of traffic is being diverted right now. And if you pan this way, there is a staple right across the other side of the road here. We talked with a man who told his family to evacuate and just let the horses out. Do not wait for the belongings. And that's kind of the advice that, a lot of people are hearing to, because we're so close to the fire right now. So let's whip it back to me. You can see that, again, we're on Northeastern Avenue. Visibility is poor. Wind is still very strong. Firefighters still trying to contain the flames are just beyond these homes. They're spraying that hotspot as we speak. But again, we're not aware of any injuries. We did see several buildings burning in the area of the Khalidi Office Park area near the intersection of Kelly Avenue and Hefner Road. It's hard to gauge the extent of the damage there because of the trees blocking the area, as well as law enforcement blocking the area, so we could not get close. So right now, this is as close as we can get to the fire here in northern Oklahoma City. We're not aware of any injuries, but of course we will stay on scene to bring you the latest when we learn more. But for now, live in Oklahoma City, Chris Yu, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Let's check in with Chris for the latest there. Chris?
Yeah, Amanda, the scene behind me, you can see several homes and flames near right over there. You can see it's still burning right now. Several homes here on Northeastern Avenue right now. And there's still hot spots even in their yards. Let's pan over this way. You can see some firewood over there and still smoldering right now. Crews were here just moments ago putting out hot spots in the homes, in the yards of several homes over here. Luckily, it does not seem like any of these homes are damaged, but the flames are really just dozens of feet away from these homes. You can see over there, Dylan, if you don't mind panning that way, some MSUF crews are there as well. We are not aware of any injuries, but visibility is very poor. The wind is very strong. It's so much smoke here. We can taste the soot in our mouths, but it looks like the flames have died down a little bit. There were several crews here earlier. They have since moved to different areas, but it was near this area, in the area of Hefner Road and North Kelly Avenue. That appeared to be where the fire started, because we saw a field that was completely charred. And in the area of Khalidi Office Park, there were a lot of flames still burning at the time. We saw several buildings appear to be burning, but due to the trees in the area, we could not get any closer. This seems to be the closest we can get to the fire at this point. And again, several crews were in the area. There are still flames burning near several homes here, but it seems like none of the homes are damaged at this point, as crews continue to move from location to location, putting out hotspots. Of course, we'll continue to remain on scene to bring you the latest of this wildfire and where it's moving next. But for now, live in Oklahoma City, Chris Yu, Oklahoma's own News 9.
I want to go out to our Chris Yu. Chris has been right here in Oklahoma City. He is at the area of Eastern and East Hefner with an update. Chris?
Yeah, speaking of hotspots, we're on a ranch, and behind me you can see another hotspot. Lots of flames kind of covering a wood pile right now, and so it is so close to the home right here. Again, we're on a ranch, and if we go this way, you can see just how close the flames are to the homes here on the ranch. There are several people here. They are using buckets to try to put out hotspots here near their property. You can see more of them gathering over there. They were using that heavy machinery over there to put some dirt onto the flames to try to douse the flames. There's another hotspot right over there. I don't know if you can see it from here, but there are several hotspots on this property here on Northeastern Avenue near Hefner Road. Fortunately, none of the flames have actually burned the homes here, but they, like I said, they are very, very close. Let's pan back over this way. Again, here is a hotspot right behind me on this ranch on Northeastern Avenue. That wood pile over there burning as we speak, just a few dozen feet away from several homes. This area is kind of where the fire originated from. When we were near Hefner Road and North Kelly Avenue, we saw an entire field that was scorched. That seems to be where the fire originated. The area of Kalidi Office Park on Hefner Road, that was burning very intensely earlier, although we could not get any closer because of all the trees. But behind me, again, hotspots on this ranch on Northeastern Avenue. The wind has died down a little bit and the visibility has gotten a little bit better, but right now it's still kind of hard to see, hard to breathe, as many people continue to scramble to try to put out as many hotspots as they can here on Northeastern Avenue at this ranch. We're told that by the property owner here that the horses have been moved to a friend's ranch and they appear to be safe right now. We are not aware of any injuries at this point, but again, several hotspots on this property and on several more properties here, several homes being threatened, so crews are moving from area to area to try to put out as many hotspots as they can. But for now, live in Oklahoma City, Chris Yu, Oklahoma's own News 9.
And Chris, you are in a neighborhood out there. What's the situation?
Well, so the situation looks pretty bleak here, Carl, because behind me there's a home that is completely destroyed. Nothing but a couple walls and a chimney standing. You can still see hot spots burning as we speak. But let's pan over this way. Take a look at the I guess, what used to be a storage barn. You can see everything is burned to a crisp. You can see what's left of vehicles, just shells of vehicles right now. Everything in tatters right now. It's unclear what happened to the people who lived here, but we didn't see any first responders here for an extended amount of time, so hopefully everyone was able to evacuate safely. But again, we're on Northeastern Avenue here in northern OKC. Earlier, several homes that were being threatened by the fire, that people had to use buckets of water to douse the hot spots. But here, just a couple hundred feet from those homes, this one is destroyed. Nothing but just brick walls standing, everything inside destroyed. In fact, the only thing left standing is a fridge over there that was, I guess, left out to begin with, but you can see the belongings there, mostly just trashed right now. Again, this is on Northeastern Avenue in northern OKC. Hopefully everyone here evacuated in time. Again, we did not see any first responders for an extended period of time, so it's unclear what happened to the people here, but hopefully they were evacuated. But again, this home destroyed. I think there's another home behind us that was destroyed as well, but it's really hard to see given the smoke and the wind. Visibility is still pretty bad, smoke is pretty bad, but wind is dying down, so that's the good news. And we'll continue to be here on site, moving from location to bringing you the latest updates on the conditions here in northern OKC. But for now, live in northern Oklahoma City, Chris Yu, Oklahoma's own News 9.
What's the story now, Chris?
Yeah, Carl, here on Northeastern Avenue behind me, this home is destroyed. Nothing but a couple walls and a chimney standing. We're unsure what happened with the people who lived here. We're hoping that they evacuated in time, but you can see over there, not just a home, but a kind of a storage barn where vehicles were stored. That's all burned to a crisp as well. Really nothing left other than that fridge that was kind of left out in the front of the home to begin with, but everything here is gone. Now, we did find a little survivor here. There is a dog right over there that's kind of laying among the debris over there. He does not have a collar and would not approach us, but we were able to give it some food, and I did call an animal rescue. They're on their way to try to save this dog because that dog does not have a collar, and it's unclear if the dog had been living here or elsewhere, but he's by himself right now. He does not seem to be hurt, but again, I did call an animal rescue to come and take that dog in. But right now, again, Northeastern Avenue, this home is destroyed. I believe there's another home down there that was destroyed as well. Fortunately, several homes on that direction, they are not burned by the fire, but we did see a lot of people using buckets of water to try to douse the hot spots, which are really just dozens of feet from their home. The good news is that the wind has pretty much died down, which will prevent the flames from spreading further, hopefully at least. But again, there are some homes here that are just completely gone, like this one here on Northeastern, near East Hefner Road. But of course, we'll keep an eye out on more damage reports and, of course, the conditions here in northern Oklahoma City. But for now, live in Northern Oklahoma City, Chris Yu, Oklahoma's own News 9.
And tracking near Hefner and Eastern. And Chris, sad story there. I know you've talked to a woman whose home is destroyed.
Yeah, very sad story. We're at that home right now behind me. You can kind of see what's left of this home and the warm glow beyond the wall over there. That's hotspots are erupting right now as we speak. In fact, firefighters are on the other side of the fence still putting out hotspots. Now, it was here at this home where 75-year-old Patty Wagner had lived since 1962. Now, after today's wildfires, she's lost everything. On Northeastern Avenue in OKC, neighbors tried desperately to put out hotspots. But just a few hundred feet away, there's nothing left to save.
She's really destitute. She's lived here since she was 14 years old.
75-year-old Patty Wagner's home gutted from Friday's wildfire. Her neighbor, Sam Porter, drove her back to see the aftermath.
A policeman came and another neighbor came, and they literally got her out of the house. She had on pajama bottoms and a sweat top.
Although Wagner evacuated just in time, she could not save any of her possessions.
She has no insurance, and I'm very concerned about her welfare. She's not been in very good health.
Also surviving the wildfire, this dog that we found among the debris of Wagner's home. As for Wagner, the Red Cross has helped her get a hotel room.
Just a very difficult situation, but we're going to be committed to get her help.
Oklahoma Baptist Disaster Relief is working with the Red Cross to set up a fundraiser for Wagner. It'll most likely be a GoFundMe page or some sort of online fundraiser. I'll be in touch with them tomorrow and we'll keep you updated. We'll post the latest details on that when I know more. But for now, live in OKC, Chris Yu, Oklahoma's own News 9.